Before sunrise, the Pacific Ocean feels endless and ancient. A silver mist drifts over the mangrove forest of Pohnpei, blurring the line between land and sea. Out here, where the tide moves like a slow breath, fragments of a forgotten city rise from the water. Massive pillars of volcanic rock stand in silence, stacked with a precision that defines their weight. For centuries, they have endured storms, salt, and time, refusing to explain how they came to rest in the ocean. This is Nan Madol, a city unlike any other. A place where rulers built their kingdom on water, where temples and tombs were anchored to coral instead of earth. Its walls hold the story of a people whose engineering, beliefs, and ambitions remain one of the Pacific's greatest mysteries. To understand what happened here, we travel back through the currents of history, into a world shaped by stone, sea, and human imagination. Pohnpei is among the most isolated islands on Earth. Surrounded by thousands of miles of open ocean, it rises like a green fortress from the sea. Steep volcanic cliffs, tangled roots, and thick jungle hide traces of a powerful civilization that once ruled this island. For generations, travelers and archaeologists have journeyed across the world to reach this remote place. When they arrive, they find an island shaped by both natural beauty and a long tradition of respect for the unseen. Local communities speak of spirits that guard ancient sites, of rituals performed before entering sacred ground, and of kings whose authority reached far beyond the shoreline.
Our ancestors say these stones were placed with knowledge we no longer remember. Some believe Nan Madol began as a sacred center, a place where power and rituals shaped daily life. Others see it as the seat of an ancient dynasty, a political heart that ruled the island.
Nan Madol rests just off Pohnpei's eastern coast, hidden in a labyrinth of mangroves. Only a fraction of its walls can be seen from the surface, but for those who stand among its ruins, the first impression is always the same. Massive basalt columns lie stacked like the ribs of a giant shipwreck, each stone cut and placed with a purpose we still struggle to fully understand. Oral histories speak of the Saudeleur, the rulers of Nan Madol. According to tradition, they arrived hundreds of years ago and established a centralized, absolute form of leadership, something rare in the Pacific. Their reign shaped the island's politics, religion, and society. Archaeology confirms their presence through tombs, platforms, and ceremonial structures. But the details of their rule live mostly in stories passed from one generation to another. These stories describe ambition, authority, and, at times, harsh rule. They describe a dynasty that sought to control not just the land, but the spiritual world as well. At the center of Nan Madol lies the Royal Mortuary Complex, a place built to honor the Saudeleur rulers. The remains found there suggest generations of leaders were buried within the same monumental structure. Even today, the atmosphere around the tombs feels heavy, shaped by centuries of belief and memory. The greatest mystery of Nan Madol is not who ruled it, but how the city was built. The basalt columns used in its construction weigh between 5 and 50 tons each. Some walls rise nearly 10 meters above the tide, held together without mortar or binding material. The nearest known basalt quarry lies miles away on the opposite side of the island, separated by jungle, cliffs, and reefs. There were no metal tools, no beasts of burden, no wheels. Yet the people of Pohnpei moved mountains of rock and set them with remarkable precision. Archaeologists propose several theories. Stones may have been pried from the quarry using heat, water, and wooden wedges. They may have been slid or rolled downhill into mangrove channels. From there, they could have been floated or rafted through calm water inside the protective reef, traveling along routes determined by tides, winds, and careful seamanship. Despite these theories, the exact process remains unconfirmed. Some versions of oral tradition describe the stones moving through supernatural power. Others describe expert navigators guiding heavy loads through the sea. What remains certain is that Nan Madol required extraordinary engineering skill. Much of Nan Madol lies buried beneath a dense canopy of mangroves. From ground level, it is impossible to see the full scale of the city, but new technology has changed that. Lidar scanning, which uses lasers to map the landscape, has revealed more than 90 artificial islets connected by canals, platforms, and defensive walls. Beneath the trees, geometric patterns emerge: straight lines, rectangular enclosures, and causeways that once guided movement through the city. The scans show residential zones, ceremonial areas, and clusters of tombs arranged with deliberate design. A massive seawall surrounds the complex, extending more than a mile in length. The full city is far larger than early explorers imagined, proving that Nan Madal was not an isolated monument, but a thriving political and spiritual center. Nan Madal was not alone. Evidence from nearby islands shows the influence of its builders extended across the Pacific. Basalt stones, identical to those at Nan Madal, appear on distant shores. Pounding stones, used in ritual ceremonies, have been found far from Pohnpei, suggesting cultural exchanges and interconnected communities. Underwater surveys near the city reveal columns and stone formations that raise further questions.
Down there, I saw basalt columns, just like the ones on land, some standing, some collapsed deeper along the slope. The deeper I went, the more the formations changed. Some looked natural, others felt shaped by human hands. There are stones resting far below the reef line, and you don't expect to find them that deep unless something placed them there.
Some are natural volcanic features,
Others resemble the raw materials used in construction. The ocean floor here is steep and shadowed, and legends speak of submerged places guarded by spirits. Science cannot confirm these tales, but the landscape itself hints at stories still waiting to be understood. Rock art found across the region shows stylistic links between islands separated by thousands of miles. These patterns suggest that navigation, trade, and shared knowledge once connected communities across the vast Pacific, a network shaped by courage, skill, and deep understanding of the sea. Nan Madal stands today as a monument to human imagination. Its ruins do not shout their purpose, they whisper. They invite us to consider a time when people shaped stone and ocean into something greater than either alone. The Saudeleur dynasty eventually fell, replaced by new leadership and evolving traditions. The city was abandoned, and the mangroves reclaimed its foundations. Yet the stones remain, carrying echoes of ceremonies, rulers, navigators, and generations who lived in a world guided by both practical knowledge and spiritual belief. What Nan Madal ultimately represents is possibility. The possibility that a remote island community could build a capital of stone on water. The possibility that ancient navigation connected worlds separated by great distances. And the possibility that even now, beneath the roots and tide, parts of the story remain undiscovered. Nan Madal is not just a place. It is a reminder that human innovation can rise from the most unexpected shores, and that the past still waits for those willing to look beneath the surface.